What's up, everybody? TJ here. Real quick before we get started with the episode, I'm testing out a new feature called Fan Mail, which is where you can actually text me from the episode that you're listening to. So as you're listening to this, go over to the episode description, and right there at the beginning, you're going to see some text that says, send me a text message. Go ahead, click that. Let me know what you think about the podcast so far. Let me know of any questions, concerns, anything you might have. I love to hear from you. So go ahead, hit that up. I'm excited to read your text, and let's get started with the episode.
Welcome to the Keep the Promise podcast, where we help build resilient and well-rounded firefighters.
Hey everyone, this is episode 1 of the Keep the Promise podcast. I'm Josh, and I'm here with my wonderful co-host TJ.
What up?
And we are going to get right into why we're here. Our goal is to build resilient, well-rounded firefighters who uphold the core tenets of the fire service. We're going to be doing this through physical, mental, emotional wellness. There is going to be strategy and tactics, but that's not necessarily going to be the main driver. It's all the others that we just mentioned. In the podcast, we're going to be covering a lot of really awesome guests, and we're going to be living through a lot of other people's experiences. And we're just going to put out some really awesome information that I think we're going to have a little bit of a different spin on it. So a little bit about me. I got into the fire service in 2003, started as a volunteer, and was fortunate enough to get hired about a year and a half later by the same department. Also volunteered at a pretty busy company in the Mid-Atlantic for a while, gained a ton of experience and worked alongside some awesome people. And then since 2011, I've also been a strength and conditioning coach. And that's where a lot of my passion lies. And the two marry up really well together. So in the fire service, run the gamut of assignments from engine companies, towers, tillers, rescue squads. I was a battalion aide. I was on the executive board of the union for a long time, and I'm currently an engine company captain. So I'm going to dish it over to TJ.
Hello, I'm TJ. No, but for real, I work with Josh. I too got started in the early 2000s volunteering, and that fueled my appetite. I love the job. I couldn't wait to finish college and then come home and do firefighting full time. Luckily, I got hired soon thereafter, and I've been in the same department as Josh for almost 10 years now. I specialized from the get-go, so I went straight out of the academy into our special operations firehouse, where I did everything from hazmat, bomb school, rad nuke, and spent a lot of times checking equipment, preparing equipment, going to classes, and that kind of appealed to my nerdy self. You'll find out as we go on that I'm the geeky guy. But yeah, special ops was awesome for that. And then eventually it was time to grow. The time came for me to fly the coop, if you will. I got moved out of my station and I went to our busiest firehouse, where I was fortunate enough to promote into the engine operator spot soon thereafter. I've been there for a couple of years now, and I love it. It's busy. I don't have to spend all my days doing rope logs and checking the cribbing on the collapse pod, but I'm thankful for all those experiences. Josh and I go to the same gym. He's a coach. I'm just a quote-unquote athlete. I just show up and complain the whole time. But we've been through some tough calls. We've been through some interesting calls, and what we've noticed is that through it all, we have to be physically fit, obviously, but there's also that mental and emotional component that goes into being a successful firefighter. And that's what we're hoping to bring to the table with not just the podcast, but the community we're building. So we want to bring you something that will help get you in shape or maintain the shape that you're in, but also work out our biggest muscle, our brain. To that end, we're going to have daily workouts. We're going to have weekly meditations / mantras. So a little something to get you thinking, get you excited, and just ground you and keep things into perspective. But we also can't neglect the strategy and tactics. So we're going to be talking about everything from engine company, truck company, rescue company operations. We're going to be dissecting NIOSH reports, all the stuff that we talk about at the kitchen table. Everything that we talk about when we're at the firehouse, when we're hanging out with our crew, is going to be fair game. We're going to curate it and put it in a format that's easily digestible to you and that you can take to your crews and hopefully share with them. We want to build this community. We want to make this something great, because ultimately we're here to keep the promise to the people, to the community that we serve. And with that being said, it's a quick episode. We just want to tell you who we are. We just want to tell you what we've done and get you excited for what's next. So we're hoping you're just as excited as we are. Do us a favor on whatever podcast app you're at right now. Subscribe, give us a review. Most importantly, head to keepthepromisefire.com and you'll be able to be part of the community. That's where you have access to the workouts, to the mantras, the meditations. We also have a month-long downloadable program. You get 30 days worth of workouts, you get 4 weeks worth of mantras, meditations, and you get some mobility and a couple of discussions on strategy and tactics. Again, the website is keepthepromisefire.com, where you can join our community. Josh, any parting thoughts?
This is about holding up our end of the bargain. The community places an expectation on us. I don't think it's an unreasonable one. And as you said very well, this is going to go above and beyond the strategy and tactics. There is a lot of that out there, and there's going to be parts of that, but we're going to hit all the other things that make us well-rounded firefighters. So we're going to be coming up with a lot of stuff, and I just can't wait to get it out there. We're going to have some awesome guests. Got a great co-host, and we're going to make it happen.
It's going to be a great community, guys. Subscribe, give us a review, keepthepromisefire.com, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
Hey everyone, it's TJ here from Keep the Promise. As you know, this podcast is all about helping firefighters become more resilient and well-rounded so that they can be a force for good within their fire department and their community. But today I want to talk to you about something that's just as important, and that is supporting firefighters who are going through tough times. When one of our fellow firefighters is off work because they have to go to the Center for Excellence, they have to go to rehab, they have mental health issues, or they have other health issues, it really takes away their support system and it wreaks havoc on their finances and their family's finances. And many times, these brothers and sisters are left to struggle alone, away from their support system and the people who love them without the resources they need to recover. That's why I'm setting a bold new goal. And that is to reach 150 total patrons on Patreon so that we can start a fund to help firefighters and their families during these challenging times. And I need your help to make it happen. With your support on Patreon, we'll be able to provide financial assistance to firefighter families who are battling things like addiction, depression, and cancer. We're going to help alleviate the financial strain that can come with being away from the fire department so that our brothers and sisters can focus on healing and recovering. Now, reaching 150 total patrons is a big goal, but I believe that we can do it together. And when we do, we'll be able to make a real difference in the lives of those who serve and protect alongside us. So, if you're not already a patron, I invite you to join us today. Head over to joinkeepthepromise.com and sign up today. Again, that is joinkeepthepromise.com. And if you already are a patron, thank you so much for your support. You'll be receiving some exclusive rewards and perks as a way of saying thanks. Together, let's show our fellow firefighters that we've got their back just like they always have ours. Thank you for listening. Let's get started with the episode.